did a sample prompt for you, and I wrote an exemplar that would receive a score of a 6 based on the rubric provided on the ETS website. Okay, so know that you can always use your online resources and go back and check the rubric exactly. But these resources I've created for you are basically restating these ideas that are on that rubric as well. So all of these resources are awesome. And in our sample prompt, I try to make it as relatable to a teacher or student situation as possible, because that is usually what they're going to be asking you about for the argumentative essay. And when you were arguing, you were trying to convince or persuade someone to believe your position, to believe what you're saying is true. Okay? So it says, read the opinion stated below. So they're telling us that this is an opinion, and they're going to ask us then how we feel and ask us to back it up. So it says, mandating that students at a minimum stand for the Pledge of Allegiance is a sound school policy that promotes patriotism, school unity, and discipline. Every school should require every student to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of each school day. Students should not be allowed to opt out of school-wide rituals like standing for the Pledge of Allegiance without some negative consequences. For example, in-school suspension, detention, and exclusion from extracurricular activities. So, it says right here, discuss, and that's your paper. When it's asking you to discuss something, it is asking you to write it within an essay in a half hour. So over here on bullet point 1, it says discuss the extent to which you agree or disagree with this opinion. Support your views with specific examples from your own experience, observations, or reading. All right, so that's all really important to remember. This is not the passage-based item. You do not have anything like research or, articles to refer to. All you have is your own experiences. So you have to find a way to relate to this and also find a way to make it convincing and follow the rest of the items in the checklist that guide someone to write an exemplar paper. So right now you have 30 minutes to type your constructed response. You have no option to write it out. And it has to be in English. I think I mentioned that before, but just to, clear that up too. And I want you to remember, you need to pre-write or you're not going to be able to plan a proper paper. So I said it's best to use the first 5 minutes to just, jot down some ideas on a piece of paper, get your position clear, in your head, have your subpoints written down so you know how to organize your evidence that you're going to create and be effective throughout your paper. So go ahead, if you haven't already, and use the sample prompt to create an argumentative essay that we will go over in your tutoring session.